Hey guys, and welcome to the Survivor Girl podcast. We are so glad that you're here to join us tonight. I had to kind of switch some things up because working from home brings all kinds of new things. So I'm glad that you guys are all joining us tonight. Very, very happy to be here on this Survivor Girl Sunday and excited to have my guest, Katie Wood Skelton, here with us, which Adam thought your last name was Skellington, which I thought was kind of cool. So glad you're joining us.
I'm not a skeleton. Well, I look kind of like a skeleton.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad
Kind
that
of
you're here
bony.
joining. What's that?
I said I'm kind of bony, so.
Oh. Well, we are so glad that you're here joining us tonight. Usually I go ahead and put the disclaimer out there. Everything that I have is on my phone, and I'm actually using my phone tonight to do the show because I spilled coffee on my laptop before it was time to go on. But that's okay, not a problem. We're still here. We're still going to do the show tonight. But before we get into it, I'll give you a little bit of disclaimer. Survivor Girl is broadcasted through Strange Friends Media. And we are not therapists or doctors or any trained medical professionals. We are just here to help to uplift, inspire other people with our journey and with our stories and everything that we've come to thrive and survive through. So I just want to put that out there so you guys know that me and my guests are not doctors unless I actually have a doctor on and they tell you that they are. So basically, it's just that we are here to share what we've gone through and how we've thrived through everything. So very glad though. Katie and I just recently met finally for the first time. We met over Facebook in a really cool page that she started. And I'll let you go ahead and talk about that, and then we'll get into why you are our guest tonight.
Well, I started a virtual spirit week as a request from a local police officer who thought me and my daughter were being goofy and having our own little spirit week when we were actually rocking our socks for Lucas for Down syndrome. So we decided that 15, 20 mommies would get together and we'd have this little virtual spirit week. 3 weeks later, 1,500 members. We are very positive. We are rocking it out. We are reading to kids. We got all kinds of stuff going
That is incredible. That is so cool. I know I was invited, I think by Lynn actually, to the page, and before I had gotten involved with the page, I didn't realize that this was for moms and kids and everything. Which me and Adam has a son, and he's not currently with us. However, it's something that's near and dear to my heart. Kids are really important to me, and being able to jump on there and be able to read books to the kids, that's been a lot of fun. And then we did a really cool thing that was your idea to get going. Someone had mentioned it in the group, and we were both like, let's do this. It was so much fun. I'll let you go ahead and talk a little bit about that, and then I'll throw in here and there.
So we decided at like, I don't know, 8:30 to 9 o'clock on a Friday night that Saturday, we were going to be the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
We managed to round up a costume and decorated a truck and drove around Carroll for 5.5 hours.
It
Every
was.
side street.
Yeah, you went along, and the night before we had both kind of. I said, well, at first it was, if you can find a costume, I am so in. I was such a big kid about it. I'm like, yes, I want to do this. So you did end up finding the bunny head thing for it, and then you had mentioned something about a blanket or whatever, and I'm like, wait, I have a fuzzy white blanket. Let's do this, which ended up working out. I don't think
You know
anybody.
what? I don't think anybody noticed that we didn't even really have a costume.
I don't think anybody did either, because the way that you had set it up, actually, you had a chair, so I was able to sit down in the chair and nobody could see that part. But I was just dancing in the back. It was a great time. It was so fun, and I do it. Everybody's been thanking us, and it's like and you had said it best that seeing the kids smile and the parents smile, that was so much worth any thank you.
It was. It is. More than anything. I paid for it all week, but you know what? It was worth it. It was
Yeah,
well
and
worth it.
we're gonna talk a little bit about that too, because in being invited to this page and me getting to meet you through that and talking, we both have discovered that we're survivors of cancer, and your story is different from mine because we've had different kind. But we're both feeling the effects of everything that's happening right now, as opposed or as to where we come from thriving and surviving through cancer. And before we get into that, though, I'm going to check with Tony. I know that we're on Twitch and we're on YouTube, and Tony and Candy are running that tonight for us. So, do you guys have anything yet?
As a matter of fact, YouTube as usual, because there's no love for Twitch at all for me. So,
Right.
no, YouTube's hopping as usual. Candy says, "Hello, sis." Roxanne, shout out to Roxanne. Says, "Hi, Candy." Hi, Roxanne. The bunny was a great idea from Candy.
Oh, thank you guys. We're glad you're joining in. Hello, sisters. I love you guys and miss you guys. This has been, I think that's been the most difficult part of it is being able to see everybody. That's been really hard. And of course, not being in the studio has been really odd to do these at home, um, interviews and whatnot on Survivor Girl and all the other podcasts. But we were making it happen, even if I did spill coffee. We're getting, as you guys can see, I have got my new cup because my fiance is amazing. Um, but the bunny idea and all of that, Katie even messaged me before we went out that day, and she had such an incredible idea. And I'll let you go ahead with that too, Katie. I'll let you explain what that message was. And it was funny because when you had sent me the message, I was like, this lady is so much like me. The ideas, the let's do this. It's awesome. I love it. But I'll let you go ahead and talk a little bit
Okay,
about that.
so my mom was a CNA at the medical care facility for many, many, many years, all my life when I was growing up, and near and dear to my heart. And right now, they're really having a rough spot. I mean, they've had like 9 deaths out there already. It's kind of scary. So I decided, with Heather's amazing voice, because I had heard her singing the night before, I was like, she should sing Amazing Grace. And I had her record Amazing Grace. And we pulled up to their doors and we played that for them.
It was a cool moment. It was a great idea because we didn't want to take the bunny head off or get out of costume. I didn't want to break character, so we recorded it, and Katie had the Bluetooth in the back of the truck, and we played it. And at each stop, we stopped there, and we stopped at the ER or at the hospital at the ER, and then we stopped at the lighthouse as well. And each time that we stopped at these places, Katie would say, "We are here to support you," and then where we were at, and it was just a very cool experience. Seeing the CNAs and nurses and everybody that came out at our first stop, you could feel how they just kind of needed that moment to take a breath and to have that faith come back. I think maybe I'm not saying that they lost their faith, but I
No,
can't
but
imagine.
they definitely needed that moment.
Yeah, I can't imagine going through that.
I can't either. I
So
can't imagine going to work every day and not knowing whether you're going to bring it home to your babies or.
yeah, very scary times that
Yep.
we're facing. But through this, and through the Virus Spirit 2020 page, it's a lot of positivity. A lot of people coming together on there and seeing the kids and all the stuff that they're doing as well has been just a really cool thing. So I know on behalf of everybody that's joined the page and myself, I just want to thank you for doing that because this page is incredible. There's so much positivity. I don't see anybody being mean or anything like that, and you keep it well put together to the point where you're just like, I won't put up with that. I'm not going to take that, and I love that. I love that
No, I'm
about.
not. I mean, if I wanted to read that crap, I'd read my own news feed. That's the whole reason of doing it was because I was tired of looking at all the health bull crap and this bull crap and he said, she said, whatever.
Yeah, I'm
So
with you.
yeah, I just want to see positive stuff. If there's negative stuff, I remove it as the minute I see it. And if you have a problem with it, take it up with me. I don't really care. It's my
Right.
page. You can scroll and go.
You're right. There you go. There you go. So I know being a survivor myself, the thing that I think I experienced the most after coming out of it and getting to this point, it's been 6 years for me, and I think it's been 2 for you.
I am going into year 3 of remission.
Very awesome. Congratulations on that.
Yep.
It's a good feeling. However, it still hits you even after
Oh.
you've been through it. But with us going through that and being a survivor, there's been a lot of different things that have come up through that. But I think one of the big things I brought with me out on the other side of it was having that second chance and taking that second chance. And I think that's why I'm so crazy I am now about doing things and let's do this and let's go do this. And I wonder if that's something where you have taken that as well, or
I think I got a second chance. I also know that, during my whole fight, my big push was my baby. To see my little girl grow up. I mean, it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair for them to take that from her. And that would be my push in the morning, no matter how crappy of a day I was going to have. I was going to get off that bed and I was going to make sure she got on that bus. What happened after she went to school? Well, she didn't know, but
right.
I made sure she got on that bus.
And it was very cool getting to meet her on Sunday as well. She was there to go and see all of the positive that was being spread, and she helped in that. And just that was really cool to
It
finally.
matured
I know.
her fast.
What's that?
Me having cancer matured her quite a bit. I mean, she's
Oh,
an
I
old
imagine.
child anyhow, but her having to watch me go through that, yeah.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. So, how old was she then at the time?
Yep, we are 11 now, going on 12. So I'm going to say she was roughly 9, 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, and it does. I mean, it changes so much, not only for the person that's going through it, but for those that are surrounded, especially I imagine with kids. With mine, I had not had kids yet, so I ended up having uterine. So for me, that was a no. That's it. We're done. We're taking everything, kiddo, and that's that. But at the time, I wasn't married. I didn't. I was like, okay,
Right.
if this
Right.
is what
If
it's
it,
gonna
if
be.
it means this over that, well,
Yeah, that part of it I didn't experience. However, during the time, my mom and I were diagnosed a week apart. So for me, that was hard because I was trying to be the caregiver, and then going through it was something else. So I feel and sympathize with her seeing that kind of stuff happening. But okay, so I guess we'll get into more of how everything progressed for you. Unless Tony, do you have anything before we start?
Sarah chimes in and says hi on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into, and then Tony, if you get anything and you feel that there's a pause, we'll just have you go ahead and bring that in for us if there's any questions or anything.
Sure.
I'll let Katie get to her journey, and we'll go from there. And then if I have anything, I'll question throughout. Okay.
what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Oh, okay. So I basically didn't even know I had cancer. I worked 50, 60 hours a week. I ran a garage uptown. Had no idea I was sick. It was the weekend of my best friend's son's wedding. She came over to pick me up and she was, "You look yellow." I'm like, "No." She's like, "No, you look yellow. Your eyes look yellow. Your skin looks yellow. You need to go to the doctor." And she knows that I hate doctors. Last time I went to the doctor was when my kid was born. Yeah.
So a while.
Yeah, a little while. Yep. And nah, I'm all right. But with her persistence, I went to the doctor, and lo and behold, we found a tumor in my small intestine and my duodenum. I think that's the word for it. Which
Wow.
is like at the beginning of your small intestine, and it was blocking off my intestine so that bile wasn't passing through my system and causing me to turn yellow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Happy 43rd birthday.
Ooh. Yeah.
They put a stent in to remove the bile. They talked about all kinds of things that they could do and decided 6 rounds of chemo, 6 hours each.
Oh wow.
But think about having 6 hours of drugs pumped into you in an IV. If it's killing the cancer, what else is it killing inside you? I mean, it pretty much messed up my whole insides. Every year for my birthday for the past 3 years, I have been surgically operated on within a week of my birthday, either before or after. I am not a candidate for microscopic because I have lost too much weight. I started out about 130 pounds. Right now I'm weighing in at 90.
Oh
But
wow.
my low was 78. I've been cut from my sternum to my belly button in the same spot 3 times in a row to try and repair my guts.
Wow.
Because we have taken out the stent now. They put in a bypass to go around the tumor. Once the chemo shrunk the tumor, it also decided that it should eat part of my intestine. About a foot of my small intestine is garbage now,
Oh geez.
which also caused my gallbladder to go bad.
Yeah.
So they removed my gallbladder, which wasn't an issue. Of course, not microscopic, because, well, we're too little for that.
Yeah.
But then they went to go remove the bypass and found my small intestine had went bad, and so I think I'm kind of like a medical, let's see what happened type thing right now, because we have forced my system onto permanent bypass. I live off stomach milk many days. The only way I eat is if I eat a stomach milk. They have pretty much put like a bypass around my small intestine to try and clamp it off and force my system to go otherwise because they can't remove it. They feel if they
Wow.
remove it, that I will not survive recovery from it. So my doctor won't do it. And right now, I'm just playing the waiting game, trying to eat my Wheaties and meet my weight goals, and I'm not having much success with them.
Yeah. It's
The
a tough
first weight
situation.
goals that they set for me, he said he set them high just to see if he could make me do it. And I don't have an appetite anymore. Half the time it feels like my stomach's up in my throat.
Yeah. Did that change anything else with like your taste buds or anything? Like is
I
everything
taste
still?
anything.
Yeah.
I hardly taste anything. I can't eat anything red. No grease at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's not really probably a lot that your diet can handle now.
No, I eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
And noodles.
Yeah.
Lots of bland, yucky stuff. There's days where, I'm like, you know what? It's so worth it. I don't even care.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
And I
imagine.
just eat it just to eat it because I know I'm going to pay for it. But, well, sometimes you just chicken. You can only make chicken 5 million ways. I've made
True.
it 5 million and one.
Right. Right. Oh, I hear that. I remember going through like the gallbladder situation with that, and before I had gotten mine removed, I had it removed before I ended up finding out I had cancer, and during that time, before having it removed, it was tough. I pretty much think I lived on pretzels and peanut butter,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was pretty much. And now I'm like, I have a gluten allergy, so I'm pretty sure that led up to it. I don't know.
I know they always tell me add peanut butter to everything. Add this, add that. And I'm like,
Protein.
yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. I can't even
It
begin to
is.
imagine. Can't even begin to imagine because I'm the opposite spectrum from that, of being able to gain the weight and then to be on the other end of it, like and needing to and wanting to gain weight. I can only imagine
See, and
how frustrating.
right. I dread going to the scale because I've even gotten caught at doctor's offices. I get patted down at one of my doctor's office now when I go in because I got caught with rolls of quarters.
Uh, oh, so you were pulling the fast one.
I was trying to make myself look better than what I was because I knew I was supposed to be a certain goal and I didn't make that goal, so I just was helping myself out.
Well, let me tell you, girl. I'll start giving you some of the cooking that I
You
do.
know, and I even like, I told my surgeon, I'm like, dude, I got people willing. There's got to be a way you can do it. You can suck their fat out of me, out of them, and put it into me. I said, there's got to be a way. If you can take ass fat and put it in your lips, there's
What
got to
you
be a
doing?
way that you
Right.
can take somebody else's fat and pump it into me.
There you go.
And he
You would
laughed at
think.
me. No.
See, I think they need to. I think they need to do some more research on that because I think it could be possible.
I
But
think so
yeah.
too. I mean, he's the one that came up with putting this lap band on my small intestine. I mean, yeah. I'm like, come on. If I'm going to be your medical prodigy, help a girl out. He's made millions off my insurance company.
There you go. There you go.
He split me open all 3 times.
Oh
Same
man.
surgery.
So and then you go through that. You said every year around your
Every
birthday.
year. So this goal, this year, October, I am not going to a hospital and having surgery. That's my goal.
Sorry, guys. I accidentally hit some live button on my phone. 1 second. Oh my gosh. There we go. Now I'm back.
There you are.
Allergy does not like me today. Oh, that's okay. We're still here. Yeah. So you have to go through that every year, and so how long of a recovery time after the surgery does it normally take you now?
To recover from what? Just the staples of it? Because I don't think my guts will ever recover. I think they put their fingers in me too many times and it's
Not happening.
yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine. So, with one of the things that you and I were kind of talking about, with being a survivor and going through cancer and having to deal with all that stuff, there is so much stuff that goes along with it. Like after now, having a compromised immune system, like having to go through being just exhausted. And I'm sure, I don't know, I felt that I'm like, oh no, am I getting sick? Am I getting sick by this? Or what's going on. And I know that you've had days where you've experienced things that could be symptoms of what the virus is. And not only that though, experiencing going through the trauma kind of again, like as a PTSD kind of thing, with all the stuff, because we've survived through that, and now we have this pandemic going on, and to be afraid of surviving through that kind of stuff. I don't know if you felt some of that too, or
I won't even go in a store right now.
yeah.
I have seriously, the only time I have pretty much left my home was to play the Easter Bunny since it hit the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared shitless. Because you know what? I don't even think they'll test me. I think with all my health problems, that they're just going to look at me and give me a toe tag. There's not testing in our area.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality. That's the truth of it.
Right.
I mean, like this past week after I went out and played the Easter Bunny with you, and you seen nobody was near me. I mean, I was with my own family in the vehicle. Nobody extra or anything like that. I started getting a fever. My fever ran 101, 102, chills, couldn't get warm, started getting headaches, and I'm thinking, oh my God, how did I get it?
Yeah.
And I refused to go to a hospital or a doctor because no, I ain't going to one of them places. So you'll get it for sure if you ain't got it already.
Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you there too. It's very scary. And I know like everybody probably was going, uh-oh, does she have it? Uh-oh. Because you're very vocal about how you're feeling. And you talked about that. You're very vocal about how you're feeling and, expressing the way that things are going, and whatever. And I commend you for that because a lot of people really don't talk about that kind of stuff. And, I'm sure there was a lot of people that were worried that you had gotten it.
I've always been very outspoken. Anybody that knows me knows this. I mean, I've ran garages for like over 25 years, and I was the chick and the only chick.
Right.
So to make 6 full-grown men listen to you all day long, yeah, you carry a big stick. And they knew not
Right.
to mess with me. I had like alter egos and stuff like that. And we had a name for her and everything. I'm like, don't make me break Vicky out. But anyhow, but
That's
I've
great.
always been outspoken and everything. And when I first got diagnosed and I first stopped working, I started hearing rumors about myself around town about what was wrong with me and what I had. And so I just, being the outspoken person I am, I put it all out there on the table. This is what's wrong with me. How do you like me now?
Right.
You want to hear it? This is right from the horse's mouth. This is what you got to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
they told me on my first chemo treatment within 14 days I would lose my hair. And I'm like,
Wow.
really? 14 days? How do they know that? How do they know such a science? This
Right.
is no kidding. I have pictures. On day 13, I went to comb my hair and handfuls literally started falling out.
Wow.
And after the first handful, I called my beautician and I said, you got to shave me. And I went right uptown and she shaved it all off for me because I would rather have it all off than sit there and watch it fall off because
Oh.
I knew it was going to break my heart.
Yeah.
Just that first handful broke my heart, and that was enough.
So after she had shaved it off, like, what was the feeling from there, not seeing it there anymore?
It was weird. It was scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to look at yourself with a bald head when you're, and here I just paid like buku bucks to have it like all dyed like the tricolor and this really cool cut and everything.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
even like a month old, and I was so.
Wow. So
And
and
like
I
now it's funny because now I get a haircut once a year because I refuse to cut my hair. I'm trying to grow it back. So I get
yeah.
a haircut once a year, and every time I get a haircut, if I use my debit card, it flags me and it says, "Is this you?" Because it doesn't think that I should be getting a haircut.
That's funny. That's funny. But it did it, you went through that and you had people that supported you and helped you through everything.
Oh, of course, of course. I have lived in this community a long, 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 long time, and I mean, hell, my workplace, I worked there twice. Well, yeah, I was a repeat offender. I worked there twice in probably over 12 years between both periods.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been like a local yokel a long, long time. So the community really stepped up for me. We had a benefit dinner about 2 months after I got diagnosed and started chemo and everything, and I was able to go. And it was the crappiest day of the year, and we had a snowstorm.
Oh wow.
But I was just amazed at the community support. It was a soup dinner, and all the local restaurants donated soups and sandwiches, and it was awesome. All the
Wow.
auto parts donated stuff, and it was really cool.
That's cool.
I had a lot of community support, and I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now is because you know what? They all stood behind me, and it's my turn to stand behind them.
That's
And
awesome.
I can't do everything that they did for me, but I can do what I can do.
Yeah, and one of the things that you've mentioned before is that, and I'm just as surprised that we've never met before until just now. And you're like, be prepared for a best friend if you keep this up. And I'm like, all right, all right, let's do this. But and then after we went and did the Easter Bunny thing, and I'm like, okay, tell me your ideas, because I'll probably jump on board if you have something crazy like that again, because I'm for it. So let's continue doing the fun stuff. I love it.
Right, right. This week we're gonna mix it up. This week we're doing video challenges.
Oh,
Right?
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Do
Yeah,
I
because
hear a makeup tutorial coming along the lines?
Ooh.
oh, that's right. Yeah, we hear Tony from
Oh,
the
we
other
can put
side.
makeup on you, Tony.
Oh,
Hey, I grew up with two girls. Count me in. I was talking about Adam doing makeup.
Adam's supposed to do my makeup on a live video. That is supposed to be a happening thing. I'm trying to get him there. I did mine tonight, so this isn't his work. But yeah, that's supposed to be happening. So I'm right along with like doing the fun challenges and all that fun stuff. Speaking of that, though, I do want to take a 1 minute here because I do want to wish two very special people birthdays today. Amelia, if you're listening, your mom wanted us to wish you a very happy birthday, and we get behind her, and we hope that you're having a great birthday. I know it's really, really hard right now, but we're definitely thinking of you, and we're hoping that you're having a great birthday. And also, Michaela, wishing you a very happy birthday as well. I know it's very hard being at home and being stuck at home and not being able to do your normal birthday party or whatever with your friends. So I hope that you guys have a really great birthday. And so I just wanted to go ahead and remind myself before we got too much further into the show. I hope you guys have a great birthday. So, but yeah, Tony, the makeup thing is supposed to be happening at one point. So yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
I
hold
also
you to it. I just want to see this dumpster fire happen.
oh yeah yeah I need to get a hold of Mitch and get my camera thing so that we can do that. But I wanted to point out too that anybody that has not checked out Virus Spirit 2020, if you have little ones at home, if you're a mom and you want some projects or different stuff to do with the kids, there's bedtime stories on there. There's so much good positivity. There's different activities. I love how everybody's sharing that kind of
We're gonna
stuff.
have another color contest.
Ooh, see,
For
there's
Mother's
another great thing. Oh, awesome. And the kids were just super excited about that. You did a contest. There was
Mhm.
prizes. It was just a very cool page to go and check out. I got a couple other pages that are really good right now too to keep up the positivity. Tony and I were talking about the page that started out called "Crap I Cooked During Quarantine." Very fun page. Very fun page. It has gone actually around the world. There's people all over the world in this page now, and it was a couple from Flint that started the page. So that's another fun page. A lot of really good positive stuff there. It's been neat. And also, if you guys get a chance, check out 6 Degrees Truth Serum. That page is where you can go and you can talk about your truths of the day or whatever it is that you're going through. And it's really cool because there's a lot of supportive people there as well. Serenity Co-op Operation Co-op needs some love as well. They're doing a really cool thing, starting out a co-op with having all kinds of different activities and like a home that's going to be for people that need help with getting back on their feet and all kinds of other stuff, which is really awesome. And also Corky's Dream. I know right now there's some people that are home that did not have a really great home life before everything kind of started, and that Corky's Dream is a women's shelter and an animal shelter to be built. So, but they are still open to have, if you need help right now, they're able to help and get you guys connected to where you need to go. Because I know that that could be something that's happening in homes right now too, because everybody is in stay-at-home order, and we got to remember that some people just didn't have a great home life before this. So we're thinking of you guys as well. If you need help, contact them. But yeah, we're just here to kind of help put out the word of all the different stuff that's going on. And Katie, that page has just been really fun, very fun.
Thanks.
I'm really loving that a lot. Tony, did you guys have anything or any questions over that way?
Nah, it's still crickets right now because nobody loves me on Twitch.
Of course. Did you guys have any questions for Katie?
I want to know when we can all get together and have a barbecue because it's a mutual, unanimous vote. We love Katie. We're adopting her.
Cool. Cool. I need like more brothers and sisters because I'm basically an only child. Yeah.
Well,
So
welcome
you're
to the family.
We won't talk about my daddy, so yeah.
awesome. Awesome. Yeah, we were talking about different ways that we can keep busy during this time, and I was like, I want to get a projector, and we need to have like a drive-in movie night, so we're all
That would
social
be cool.
distancing, but we're watching a movie all together. I think that would be so much fun.
That would
Just
be.
yeah, it's the whole thing. Like I just miss everybody. Like it was hard to not give you a hug when I seen you. I'm a
I
hugger.
know. I know. And it's hard to like be like. I couldn't shake your hand. I was like, oh hi.
I know.
6 feet
At least
apart.
we made eye contact. We made eye contact at least.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute that the family that stopped and wanted a picture after. I felt bad
I
because I
saw
was
that.
out of my blanket costume, but we
Yeah,
did.
but I mean, that's the only really memory that They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, look when you survived the quarantine."
We got a picture with a bunny, a social distancing one, which is really that was cool.
Well,
It
yeah,
was so
because
much
like I
fun.
told Devin, I'm like, how many kids don't get to see the Easter Bunny this year?
Yeah, yeah. That was definitely a very cool thing, and I know, like I said, everybody kept on thanking, and there's so many pictures and videos.
Oh, I thought it was awesome.
I was blown away by that. That was just so cool. I seen the
That's
one with the little
like
girl.
that down moment trying to look back at something like that, and you're like, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And I think I would encourage others, if you see the cops made it to where the bunny was essential, they put that up on the Curo page. So
Yep,
we were
yep.
safe. We were safe for that. But
And
I
I
would
told
encourage
the Carroll PD before we even went out. I'm like, you leave my bunny alone.
I'm thankful because I did not need a ticket.
No,
No.
he didn't even leave. We're good.
But I encourage others though, if you guys are, we're all doing our thing, we're all at home, we're all, not everybody's at home. We thank the essential workers that are out there. That's another thing. Last week on your page, that was all about thanking all the essential workers and everything, or this past week. And we thank all of you guys. But the ones that are at home right now, there's all kinds of different things that if you feel like you can't or you're not helping or because you're at home, you're not able to work, there's other things that we can do in the community. There's other ways to support other people. There might be a neighbor that's having a hard time. Maybe they don't have enough toilet paper. If you've got some whatever it is that you can do, check on your neighbor. Do a video chat with somebody because being at home and they're alone, they might need somebody to talk to. There's all kinds of different stuff that we can do to get involved and to help out the community as well. So, and then, like I said, jump on the page if you've got little ones at home. It's a great page. I really enjoy being able to hop on there and do the books, and everybody's been so awesome. The kids even get to read on the page, which I think is very cool. Very, very cool. Katie, you're just like a ray of sunshine and energy and everything.
You don't know me that well, Heather.
Well, we're getting there. We'll get there. But I mean, for seeing all the stuff that you've been doing, honestly, it's been really cool to be involved with that. So I can tell that you got the Spitfire part of you too. So
I
I'm
do.
okay with
I
that.
do. I'm stubborn. I am
Yeah, you
very
know.
stubborn and headstrong. But I think if I wasn't so stubborn and headstrong, I wouldn't have made it this far in life. That's for sure. I mean, I never grew up easy. I've never had anything handed to me ever in my life. From the time I was 18 years old, I worked 2 to 3 jobs, whatever I had to do. But
Yeah, I can tell that, and I think that's part of the surviving part of it. I I know when they told me that I had it, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. My doctor was just kind of floored by it, and I'm just like, no, I don't accept that. And I feel like you were in the same boat with that.
well, pretty much. I mean, because like I said, my mom passed away when my daughter, the year my daughter was born. My mom passed away in January, and my daughter was born in November.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but my mom was very sick too. I mean, my mom battled mental illness from the time I was 13 on. I mean, my mom had her good days, and when she was having good days, you wouldn't know looking at her from Adam or Eve that there was anything wrong. But I
Yeah.
tell you what, she quit taking her medication. Ooh, were you in for a treat?
Yeah.
And she would get hospitalized for weeks and months at a time. I mean, there was times when I was 14, 15 years old where I made the schools and everybody believed that my mom was at home sick. They didn't know
Yeah.
any better. My mom was locked up in a lunatic. I was taking care of myself. That's what was going on, but I didn't let them know that.
Wow.
They weren't going to take me from her.
Yeah.
We'd get better. I knew that.
Right. That's
So
tough.
I helped. I, pretty much had to be my mom's power of attorney, my mom's guardian
Wow.
for quite a bit of my life.
You were faced with a lot of having to survive from a really young age. So when you got the
Oh,
what?
I met my father when I was 12 for the first time.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And that was because I walked up to his truck and said, "Are you so and so?" And he said, "Yep." And I said, "Oh, here I am. I'm your daughter."
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I see him
did
about
you
once.
ever have what's that?
I see him maybe once a year.
Yeah.
If that.
Wow. Wow. So you faced a lot of different things. Were you here in Cairo? Did you go to school here in Cairo?
Almost all my life, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you've been in the community for a very long time.
What are you saying? I'm old, Heather? Thanks. Yeah, I've no, I've lived here
We're
all.
not too far away from your age, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I've lived here all but 4 years of my life, so yes, I've lived in
Yeah.
Carroll most of my life.
Yeah. How is your daughter doing with school being closed now? Has she expressed any of that to you?
Yeah, she was a little upset over it. She misses her friends. That's her big.
Right.
But I mean, her well that and it was the first year of middle school, and the first year of middle school now ended catastrophe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but there's a second year of middle school, and there's a third year of middle school, and if I don't put my foot in your butt, there might be a fourth one. And she's like, no. But no, she's a straight A student, so I have no worries, and
Oh,
she's
that's
done
good.
well. And she's been doing her homework online, and she really likes being in charge of the virus site. She thinks that's pretty cool because I let her make most of the decisions for it.
That's cool. That's really
She
cool.
makes all the little lists and help me pick out what days are what.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. She seems like a really good kid. I know.
That's
She seems like a good kid. It was awesome to get to meet her too at a distance, and I can't begin to imagine how all the kids are doing through all this. So that's why I thought this page was very very important. And
and actually, I mean, really, I know our school. I don't know about other local schools, but our school has really stepped up and like we've had teachers that call and check and make sure everything's okay, make sure we have internet, make sure we have food, toilet paper, all that stuff.
wow, that's awesome. I've seen wasn't there they were doing signs I think for the seniors this year too to be able to put
Yes,
in
they
the
were.
yard.
They were.
That's very cool.
Larson's was doing them, Larson Graphics, and I know
Hmm,
they were offering a discount to a lot of the local schools to have them done.
that's cool. That's very cool. The community has come together to help in this time, and I've seen not only have they done that, but there's been the bus drivers and teachers I think putting lunches and the lunch ladies and everybody putting lunch together, driving them and dropping
Twice,
them off.
twice a week, we get meals delivered right to the end of our driveway. The bus pulls up, they walk them out to the yard, they set them down in the yard, go out and get them when they walk back
Wow,
to the bus.
that's awesome. That's really cool that they're still doing all of that. I think as a community, we'll definitely be able to come out of this. It's just
Oh,
right now getting through. So I know I kind of touched a little bit on it earlier with us both being survivors. Have you felt that PTSD? I don't know if you have the PTSD from being a cancer survivor, and then like kind of feeling all of this kind of close in a little bit,
a
or
lot of anxiety, a lot of closed inness. What if it comes back?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all there. I mean, like whenever I have a doctor, even if it's just a routine doctor's appointment, it's like, man, I don't want them to take my blood. What if they have something bad to say?
I know that one. I know that feeling. Anytime I'd have to go once a year to Ann Arbor and to go get a checkup. At first, it was supposed to be like every like 6 months. I think I was supposed to do it twice a year. Then it went down to only having to go once a year. And every time before I go in, I have this huge like my mood changes. I kind of get a little crabby because in my mind I start thinking about that and I worry about that. And now with this situation happening, it's like man, gone through that and other things that, I'm sure both of us have gone through. It brings up a lot. It brings
It
up a
does.
lot, you
I
know.
know, like every year I have to go get a PET scan,
Hmm.
and so every year I pray to be Amish. No lights, no lights, no lights.
I feel that.
Right?
So
Right?
the PET scan, can you explain that a little bit to the listeners of what kind
Okay.
of you go through?
A PET scan is a multi-million-dollar test that you get when you get cancer. You get one a year, and actually they bill your insurance. I think it's like $10,000 a swab. And the funniest part is like around here locally. it's not even in an actual hospital. It takes place in a semi trailer,
Yep.
and they put you on a loading dock, and they put you in a room, and they unlock you safe and pull out some radioactive stuff while with their forceps and everything, and put this in the styrofoam cup and say, "Drink great."
Yep.
And
That's
you're,
creepy in itself. Like that whole
it is.
process.
The first time that I seen the dude with his radioactive suit pull
Mhm.
that out of there and tell me to drink it, I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me! You ain't even gonna touch it. And
Yep.
you think I'm gonna
Exactly.
drink that?"
Yep. I felt the exact same way. I was like, wait a minute, where am I at right now? Scared just to see that.
Right, and they only have like one dose per person, and they're only allowed so many cases on the semi,
Yep.
and then you drink it, and then you go in for it's pretty much like a CAT scan, and it goes up and down and makes all kinds of noise. And
Barrier, unfortunately. I was struggling with it the whole month. And of course, when you go through something like this, that mood for that whole month was just like everywhere. And I've kind of felt that with, what we're going through right now. I mean, just the
the
worry of it.
exposure of it. I mean, I'm used to pretty much segregating myself in the wintertime anyhow because it's too cold and peoply out for me. But
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I used to be able to at least, if I was having a good day, I could go grab a shopping cart and walk around Walmart for a lap
Yep.
and just look at things. Now I
Yeah.
can't even do that.
Yep.
Now it's
It's,
almost like playing Mother May I. Ooh, can I go outside today?
it does feel that way. It does feel that way. And it's scary that you have to kind of go, okay, is this important that I go? But I'm gonna lose my mind if I stay home
Right,
any
right,
longer.
right, right. Because I know, like my mom's always like, "You gotta go for a ride," and I'm like like the dog. Oh, I get to
Yeah.
go for a ride.
So let's not joke about the fact that the whole going around and driving around for the Easter Bunny thing was not. It was awesome because you got to get out and get fresh air. Not only because of it was good for the community and everything, but that was a bonus part of it that we were, out and
Right.
about getting fresh air. And I feel that though, and that was awesome that you had the challenge of getting people to get out and do a mile walk. Yes, was it yesterday? I think
Yes.
on the page. That was cool. A lot of people participated.
I,
Yeah,
I made it a lap around the yard.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I did the bike at home and did a mile. Oh, I did 3 yesterday on the bike, but I did not get out yesterday. But like you, I have my days where I feel just exhausted, wiped out, and I'm sure that
And
you
you don't
felt.
even have to do anything.
No, some days you don't. Have you? I'm sure you felt the frustration of when you're going along and you have like 3 or 4 great days, and then all of a sudden you hit that wall. It's so frustrating.
Dude, I was just on like a good roll, like a real good roll.
Yeah.
I was making masks. I put out close to 175 masks. I was doing the fires page, doing the Easter Bunny all this week. I sat on the couch doing
Yeah.
nothing.
And that's hard.
It's
Hard.
very frustrating. It makes you mad.
It does. But then you also have to sit there and go, okay, I know I overdid it, but to an extent, like sometimes you just don't know when you overdo it. That's the thing.
No, no,
Your body tells you.
and it can be the smallest remedial task that overdoes it. It
Hmm.
doesn't have to be something big. And people think that it does have to be something big. And once you've been, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have. It can be something little. It can be, oh, I mean, vacuum the whole house.
Yeah. But on those great days, it's like, okay, I'm taking this chance and I'm gonna
And
get
I,
everything I can.
and that's me. I run with it,
Yep.
and then I
Yep.
pay for it later and yell at myself. And someday
Yeah,
I'll learn.
I'm the same. I'm in the same
Right.
boat with you on that one. So I'm glad that we were able to talk about that because, for those that have never gone through cancer or surviving that, maybe you've been through something else, but, it does get frustrating when you are on, like you said, on a roll. You're doing great. You get through everything. You wake up like a normal person or whatever is
Or
normal.
you slept all night.
Oh yeah, that too. That
Like
too.
you didn't get up at all night. That's like wow.
Yeah. So it's like gold stars when you when you get the
It is.
chance
It
to,
is.
and for those that have never gone through it, that's how it is. And for those that can understand to an extent, and that support, people like Katie and myself that have gone through it, and you understand that, somebody needs when you need a break and they need a break, that you're there, and I'm sure you've got that support system of people that are there to like, okay, I get it to an extent of what you're going through, and
They do.
that help push you through, and that's I want to thank people for that because that's awesome.
It
'Cause
really is. It really is.
there's times when it's like I don't like to just not talk to people or not be able to do stuff, but there's just times I'll have plans and then that comes along and you just get exhausted and that's
Yeah.
hard.
And it is. And it's hard to try and make people understand why you didn't make it to whatever function it was or whatever else because they think that last minute you just blew me off. No, I didn't blow you off. You
Right.
don't get it.
Because when we get a chance to actually go to those things, it's amazing to be there and in that moment.
And it
And
is.
there are some people though that deal with depression and whatnot, and they just sometimes they can't make it to those kind of things. And I'm sure I don't know if you felt that through everything that you've gone through, but I've had my moments of that too. But for the most part, on going to stuff when you get a chance to go, it's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm so glad I get to go, and participate in these things. So,
Right, right, right. I'm like
so
my whole thing is my guts all the time.
I
My
can
guts
imagine.
things for me in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, there's days where I can eat and eat and eat, and then there's days where I eat 5 or 6 bites at a time, and then I gotta force myself in another couple hours to eat another 5, 6 bites because I know I have to, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. I can feel that in a different level because I've had the weight loss surgery, so there is only like a certain amount that I can eat too. So that's a different kind of feeling altogether as well. Being used to being able to eat more,
right.
but then you can't. So I mean, it's not the same, but I understand that to an extent.
Well, no, but I mean, like a regular burger. I mean, for me to eat a whole burger, it's like, yeah, right.
Well, girl, me and you can go out and have lunch and like really get a cheap
Yeah,
meal.
I mean, like $5 for a good mostly.
Yep, there we go. I found my buddy for lunch. There we go. Yeah. So, Tony, did you have anything? Because we're getting close to wrapping up.
We got about what does the clock say here? 6 minutes left.
About
So
6 minutes.
yeah,
All right. I just wondered if there was anything over on that side because I can't see YouTube tonight, so I'm not feeling any of that. I'm so thankful that everybody's joining in though and tuning in to listen. It's been a cool interview because it's another one of those things where we both can feel like we're not alone. We understand. We understand
Right.
that's always a good thing. And I encourage other people. When I was going through it, I went on Facebook and found different groups. Through that and through. They're not always that positive though, so you can quit them if you
No,
don't.
they're not.
They're not. But it was kind of nice though to have somebody else say, "Well, yeah, I went through this," and then you're like, "Okay, so I'm not alone there. Like this is
Right.
normal, kind of
Right.
normal." So that's
Right.
always a good
So
thing.
this is like real. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not just losing my mind. This is legit. This is something
Yeah.
that's relatable. So I mean that's kind of helping. I kind of encourage people to look for different groups, and you can get out of them. You can delete the groups if it's something that doesn't fit right with you. So for me, I went through the cancer, and then I ended up losing somebody that I was with, and I did go into like a group for that, and that helped out a lot because there was times when I'd come home and sit out in my car just to listen to songs and not go into my house, which is really, I thought, I'm like, oh, I'm losing it here. But then I seen that I was not the only one, so that was very, that was helpful to have that. So I encourage other people to
It's very
definitely.
helpful.
And then, I find it interesting. You have been part of the Relay for Life here in Carroll as well.
I went for my first time last year, yes.
Did you? Oh, did you see the band play by chance? One of them.
Maybe. I don't remember.
We
That's
played right after.
zero brain. You don't remember.
We played right after the walk.
Yup. I do that. I do. I was there. Yes.
That was us. That was me and Tony, and then our friend.
No, we played after the monsoon.
Yeah, the monsoon.
Yes, the monsoon.
That was
I
us.
did. I did make it the victory lap. I did walk that lap.
Yeah,
That was the only lap I was able to achieve, but I got a lap out of it.
yeah, that was. It was. Yeah, we got hit pretty hard with the rain, and we were
Yeah, we did.
under the tent. But yeah, that was us. So that's another thing that I was like, it's so weird that we've
Well, we
never.
did cross paths. We just didn't know it.
Right, exactly. So I haven't heard much. I mean, with everything being canceled and put on hold and everything right now, I don't know if that's going to be happening this year or not. But
I have no clue.
hopefully, hopefully that will still. But we can still support those, the Cancer Society and different things like that. You guys, even if it's just $1 here and there or whatever you can do, the research and everything is good. And I know that when my mom went through it, they were really good at helping with if you had bills or anything like that. We were able to contact. They had sent, I think it was some makeup or something to her. I mean, something else to kind of help make her feel a little bit better.
I know they do like a look good, feel well thing through the hospitals where they give them wigs and do makeup and stuff like that. But another good idea, I know somebody going through cancer.
Yeah,
Have a coffee.
yeah,
A sip
something.
of coffee. A donut.
Yeah.
Just something. Let them know that they're not by themselves. 'Cause I tell
Sometimes
you
we
what,
don't. Oh, go
a
ahead.
lot, a lot of my treatments were about an hour from here,
Yeah.
and I didn't have nobody with me or nothing like that. And just that kind of little gesture of somebody buying me a coffee or a donut or something, it really went a long ways.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is really good because sometimes we don't know what to say to people when they're going through something like that. So
Right.
if you don't know what to say, that's a good idea to give them, a coffee, a donut, maybe a $5 gas card or something. I mean,
Yeah.
just
Just
something
something small.
to stay thinking. Because sometimes we don't have the words, and I've gone through that with other situations where I'm just like, I don't know what to say, but I'm here for you. Here. So that's awesome. I never thought about doing that. That's a
I
great
know I
thing.
have a keychain that hangs from my mirror in my car. Complete stranger gave it to me in the hospital. I was in the radiology waiting for my results, and she was in there with her husband, and they had moved me to a room, and she came down the hallway and found me, and she bought me a little keychain with an angel on it that says, "Put your brave girl wings on and fly." And
Oh
I still
wow,
have it there today, and
that's
I still have
awesome.
no idea who she is.
Wow, that's so cool. That's really cool. At times that you wouldn't expect, those things. Those
Right.
mean a lot. Those mean a lot. There's all kinds of different things that happen throughout. When I was going through it, my mom, she was sick. She was stage 4, unfortunately. So at those times, like, I didn't even think about where I was with it. Like, I was like, you know what? I got a chance to go in and get surgery. And I just completely was like tunnel vision on getting back and, finding out how taking care of her. But I had to heal through what I went
Right.
through. So it was different. And then when they talked about that at the relay of the survivor lap and the caretaker and all that, I was like, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, I was partly caretaker when I was going through it. And that was just like, I don't know, it hit me really
Like
hard.
a double whammy.
Mm-hmm. It was for sure. But we made it through. Well, you and I've made it through this, and we're still fighting the good fight for it. And
It may knock me down, but it won't take me out.
absolutely. I love when you said that to me because it does. It can knock you down, but we get back up
Those,
again.
those have been the words that I have lived by for the last 3 years.
Yep. Yep. That's awesome. I'm so glad to have met you, Katie. It's been such a cool experience, and I look forward to more. Like I said, I found my lunch buddy.
Right.
So I look forward to when this is all said and done, we're able to actually hang out. I'm looking forward to that. You have brought a lot to me in this little bit of time, and I'm thankful for that. And not just me in the community and other people that are needing just a trip away from reality and going to that page. And it's been really cool, and I thank you for that and for putting together the Easter Bunny thing in less than 24 hours. It was really awesome.
I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm thankful that we're able to do that, and I look forward to more shenanigans because I feel like there's going to
Of
be a lot.
course, I think there's lots more to come.
Look out, world, because Katie and I are coming.
And Tony's making steak.
There we go. Yes, you will.
Sign me up.
Awesome. All right. Well, so guys, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we're able to listen to Katie and me talk about the struggles and the coming back up from everything and all of the crazy things that we're up to. And I'm just glad that you guys could tune in tonight. We're thankful for that. And I just wanted to tell you guys, remember that life is best lived.